Right now, as you're watching this, there's an invisible war happening across the power grid. Electricity is being created and destroyed in perfect balance, down to the millisecond. If that balance breaks for even 3 seconds, your lights go out. If it breaks for 10 seconds, entire cities go dark. This is the most complex machine ever built, and it's fighting to stay alive every single moment. Here's what's insane. Electricity can't be stored at scale. The power you're using right now was generated a fraction of a second ago. That means supply and demand must match perfectly, every single moment of every single day. Too much supply? Equipment fries. Too little? Blackouts. The system that prevents collapse is called the electrical grid, and it's not just wires and power plants. It's a real-time, self-balancing network of sensors, algorithms, and human operators fighting chaos. Let me show you how this works. The grid operates on a strict frequency, 60 Hz in North America, 50 Hz in Europe. That frequency is everything. It's the heartbeat of the system. If it drops below 59.95 Hz or rises above 60.05 Hz, the grid starts to destabilize. So how do they keep it steady? With a hidden layer of control systems. At the top, grid operators in control rooms monitor real-time data from thousands of sensors. They see electricity demand spikes, like during halftime of the Super Bowl when millions of people open their fridges. They predict this and call up peaker plants. Power plants designed to turn on in minutes. But here's the wild part. There's also automatic control. Power plants have governors, mechanical or digital systems that sense frequency changes and adjust output instantly. If frequency drops, governors throttle up turbines. If frequency rises, they throttle down. This happens in milliseconds, faster than humans can react. And then there's the spinning reserve, power plants that are running but not generating full power, ready to ramp up instantly. This reserve costs billions to maintain, but without it, the grid collapses. Now here's where it gets truly insane. The grid is interconnected but fragmented. North America has 3 major grids: Eastern, Western, and Texas. They're mostly separate, which means if one fails, it doesn't cascade to the others. But within each grid, there are transmission lines carrying electricity hundreds of miles. And these lines, they're monitored by SCADA systems, supervisory control and data acquisition. These systems detect overloads, reroute power, and isolate failures. They're the nervous system of the grid. But there's a hidden vulnerability: cascading failures. In 2003, a software bug caused a blackout across the Northeast US and Canada. One transmission line failed. The system rerouted power to other lines. Those overloaded and failed. The failures cascaded like dominoes, and 50 million people lost power. The system is designed to prevent this with load shedding, automatically disconnecting sections of the grid to save the whole. But if load shedding happens too slowly, the entire grid collapses. And renewable energy? It's making this harder. Solar and wind are unpredictable. Clouds roll in, wind stops, and suddenly supply drops. The grid has to compensate in real time, which requires even faster response systems. Here's the real power of this system. It's the backbone of modern civilization. Everything runs on electricity: hospitals, water treatment, internet, transportation. When the grid fails, society stops. But the grid is aging. Most transmission infrastructure is 50+ years old. And demand is skyrocketing: electric vehicles, data centers, AI. The system is being pushed to its limits. There's also a security threat. The grid is controlled by computers, which means it can be hacked. In 2015, hackers shut down parts of Ukraine's grid. In 2021, a ransomware attack shut down a US pipeline. The grid is a target. So what's the lesson? The grid isn't just infrastructure. It's a real-time balancing act fought every second of every day. It's proof that complexity requires constant vigilance. And the more we depend on electricity, the more fragile that balance becomes. Next time you flip a light switch, remember, you're tapping into a system that's generating, transmitting, and balancing electricity in real time across thousands of miles. That's not magic. That's the hidden battle to keep the lights on.